Have you ever found yourself needing to crochet faster? Maybe you're in a tight time crunch and you need to start a project and end a project in a very short amount of time. Or maybe in general, you'd like to speed up your crochet experience working up projects. Well, I came across 5 crochet hacks that I use personally to speed up my projects if I find I need them to work up a little bit faster. I can't wait to share them with you. Hi guys, my name is Tiffany from Crochet with Tiffany, and today I'm sharing my top 5 time-saving crochet hacks to help you breeze through your crochet projects and make the most of your crochet time, because we know that time is a very precious commodity and we don't want to waste it. We all know, we've all been there, where we get lost in a crochet project, but these tips that I'm going to share with you, they can help speed things up and still let you enjoy every stitch of the project. So go ahead and grab your crochet hook, get yourself all comfy cozy, and let's dive in. The first hack is all about getting organized. And I know it sounds like a little bit of a groaner. You're like, ugh. But trust me, it's gonna save you a lot of time. If you don't track your project details, you're bound to forget where you left off. By using a crochet planner or a notepad or a journal, something to write on to document the project that you're making or working on, the yarn that you're using, including the size of the yarn, the brand, the color, maybe even the colorway if there's a dye lot specific color, documenting the crochet hook size you're using, and any other notes that are important to the project. Make sure you write those down, because that means when you pick the project back up, even if it's been months since you last touched this project, you can just jump right back in without missing a beat. No more, what was I doing here again? Which is something I've done more times than I want to admit. Forgetting what size yarn I was using or the crochet hook size that I was using, and then I have to go through this process of trial and error. Let's try this and see what happens. And if I chose right, then I do a little happy dance and then I keep moving forward. But if I chose wrong, then I have to undo everything and start over, which is such a waste of time. And you never remember. You never remember, guys. You say, I'll remember to write that down, or I'll remember to do that. You never do. So just write it down. Next up, let's talk about the right hook size. It might seem like a small detail, but it can seriously impact your speed. Now here's the deal. If you're crocheting with a crochet hook that's on the smaller side for the yarn that you're using, then you're gonna end up with tighter, smaller stitches. And this means slower progress. Depending on the project, okay, if you want your stitches to be smaller and tighter, say for example, you're making an amigurumi or a stuffed animal, then this hack doesn't really pertain to this type of project. But if you're working on a project like a blanket or a shawl, maybe even a wearable, increasing your hook size will be able to increase the size of the stitch, covering more surface area, and be able to reach dimensions for your project faster. But be careful, the larger the hook, the looser the stitches, which means drapier, which is yay, but could also affect the look of certain stitches where it's not as defined as you would like it to be, or project structure. For this reason, I'd only go up 1 or 2 crochet hook sizes max. Hack number 3 is all about working smarter, not harder. If you want to speed up your project, try using a bulkier yarn or taller stitches. A bulkier yarn is thicker, meaning that each stitch will cover more surface area. You'll be able to finish a row dimension faster. You won't have to make as many rows to meet length dimension. Now there's 2 different ways that you can work bulkier stitches. One is just working with a bulkier yarn, like a size 5, size 6, maybe even a size 7 weight yarn. But if you want to just use what you have in your stash, and maybe you only have size 3, size 4 weight yarns, you can work with multiple strands together to achieve that bulkier stitch, which is a fun hack, especially if the different strands are different complementing colors. You're able to work with maybe 4 or 5 strands at the same time, working up a simple stitch like a half double crochet or something, and you're able to whip out a blanket in no time. It's a really fun hack, really fun trick to work up a project even faster by joining yarns together or working with a bulkier yarn. You can also play with taller stitches. Taller stitches are a fun trick because you can cover more surface area lengthwise by switching out a shorter stitch for a taller one. For example, let's say you're making a blanket, okay? And the blanket is just a bunch of half double crochet stitches. If you were to switch those half double crochet stitches out for double crochets or treble crochets, you're making each stitch taller, covering more surface area. And by covering more surface area, your project will grow quicker and you'll meet blanket length dimension faster. Go ahead, embrace the shortcut. Your project will be done before you know it. All right, this next one is going to save you so much time. Cake your yarn before you start working with it, or roll it into a ball before you start working with it. Even if it is in a regular skein or a donut or even a store-bought cake form, you've probably experienced yarn barf before, or yarn knots. Maybe even individual strands of yarn that have just been shoved inside the skein. Believe it or not, this has happened to me on multiple occasions. I'm crocheting away and then all of a sudden the yarn just ends and I'm like, what happened? And I go and I pull out like individual strands and I'm like, this is insane. What you end up doing is you have to stop your project. You have to stop everything you're doing and you have to undo that knot, or you have to untangle that yarn barf, or you have to join all these yarn strands together. It just stops the whole experience and it makes it not as fun, because here you are going in that groove working your project and you have to stop everything just to fix your yarn. But if you were able to cake that yarn before you started it, you would have solved those knot problems. You would have fixed that yarn barf issue. You would have joined all those strands together before you started your relaxing crochet experience. And then as soon as you're ready to start your project, you can go and have a very smooth, uninterrupted, relaxing crochet time and not have to worry about any of those things stopping you. Now, hack number 5 isn't exactly a time saver hack, but trust me, it is going to make your crochet time way more enjoyable. I'm talking about getting yourself comfortable with the right accessories like the Volare pillow. It helps support your arms, keeps your posture right, and allows you to crochet for longer periods of time without feeling any discomfort. You're not wasting time readjusting, trying to find a new, more comfortable position. Less strain equals more crochet time, and more crochet time means more forward progress. Think about it. So there you have it, my top 5 time-saving crochet hacks. What'd you think of them? I hope these tips help you. I hope they help you to finish your project faster, but more importantly, I hope they help you enjoy every moment of your crochet time. Do you have any crochet time-saving hacks of your own that I didn't mention? Please drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear what you do to work smarter, not harder. And if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to push that thumbs up button and share this video with a friend. Subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications. I see you out there watching my videos and not subscribing. Please push that button and subscribe. It helps support my channel in big ways. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.